Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. I am Ace Boss, and this is Hyperion Arcade. Today I'm going to be discussing the future of Titanfall 2. And no, I don't know what future DLC is going to be or anything of the sort. I won't be going over footage or leaks of any kind because that's not the point of this video. This is going to be more of a soft analysis and a personal opinion of how the game is right now and of the business approach that Respawn Entertainment has decided to adopt. I want to point out that I'm not in the slightest a professional player of Titanfall or an FPS elitist or Titanfall fanboy. I'm not a professional anything. I'm just a guy that loves good games, and I want to see games like Titanfall 2 thrive and flourish in the gaming community. Now I know what many of you are going to say. What the hell? Why would anyone play Titanfall over other games or other FPSs like Battlefield or COD? No one's gonna mention Overwatch. We all know how good that game is. But it also falls under a fantasy like our FPS, MOBA, which is fine, but I'm broke, so deal with it. However, my answer to that is, first off, Battlefield is an incredible game with a steep learning curve, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with that for the most part. I am a Battlefield fan as of Battlefield 4. I love Battlefield 4, probably more than Battlefield 1. The only problem with the franchise is that it involves a lot of strategizing and heavy thinking, and to new players, it's a major turnoff. To have that level of complexity in your first go, that also applied to me the first time I played Battlefield. Battlefield is a game where you need hours and hours and hours of practice to even be decent at it. Sometimes you don't want to or don't have time for sessions that could go on for up to an hour. As awesome as that sounds, it won't fit every shoe size, and that's okay. I sometimes do have that kind of time, like a lazy Saturday if you will, but again, not everyone has that kind of time. Now, COD is okay too if you just want to relax and not think so much and just play a game where strategy is very minuscule. COD is a franchise where anyone can pick up a controller and just run around shooting people in the head, shoulders, knees, and toes within a time span of 3 to 15 minutes. And that's a cool way to spend time as well, especially since it opens up the market to casual consumers. Now, I don't consider myself a casual consumer or a consumer on the polar opposite of that spectrum. I'm more in the middle. I consume what I want and only if it piques my interest to a certain degree and not what everyone else is saying. Take Xenoblade Chronicles for example. I had no idea that franchise even existed until I played Smash Bros. For the Wii U. Of course, I was curious. I thought, well, if Shulk is good enough to make it to Smash, then it might be worth a look. I played Xenoblade Chronicles on my new 3DS, fell in love. Next thing I knew, I was ass backward with Monolith Soft firmly grasping me and telling me everything's gonna be alright. And after that, I received a limited edition copy of Xenoblade Chronicles X, the predecessor of the first game. But you should have seen me on Modern Warfare 2, bruh. I went in hard. That's what she said. But that's beside the point. Titanfall 2 is better than you actually think it is. I'm not saying that the game will change your life forever, and if you don't buy it, then you're a piece of shit. I'm not saying that at all. But I do believe that this game is absolutely worth a try, especially if you're a big fan of first-person shooters. And even if you're not, you will probably still play this game till your mom comes in your room to wake your lazy ass up for school, only to walk in to find you still playing the game she told you to shut down 8 hours ago. The game's multiplayer is awesome and brings a fresh new way to play FPS games, and to me and many others who have tried it also agree. COD and Battlefield are great franchises, and their consumer numbers are enough to prove that, but those games are not what they used to be. Battlefield is great, and I like that they stuck to boots on the ground game style, but going back to World War I just wasn't appealing enough for me personally. Again, I like the game, but Battlefield 4 was just a much better experience for me. And COD? Well, do I really need to explain? With two of the biggest franchises of the FPS genre slowly losing my interest on a yearly basis, I needed something new, something I've never played but not so different to the point where the appeal is non-existent. And no, I never played the first game. I grew up in a Nintendo Sony family, so again, deal with it. Then while looking through the database of what is the beautiful and fucked up world of YouTube, in my underwear, in a dimly lit room as one does, BAM! I get hit with Titanfall 2's incredible trailer. Holy shit. First person shooter, giant robots, giant swords, and a grappling hook. I knew I had to get it. Of course, as a broke college student, I did what any moneyless American would do. Waited for the game to go on sale for Black Friday that was only weeks away. Score! Now, I got the game, booted the campaign, and you know, it's nothing to write home about. But, guess freaking what? The Iron Giant robot stole the show. I love you, B2! But the real magic began when I started the multiplayer. It's an experience that fell in between COD and Battlefield, but leaning more toward COD because some of the people behind Titanfall were responsible for games in the COD family. It's exactly what I was looking for, and in the middle kind of game just like me. It's not so easy that anyone can be good by just holding the controller because of the fast-paced vertical movements and giant mech suits causing destruction and havoc that one needs to adjust to. But a huge factor for me purchasing this game was the kind of support the game was going to receive post-launch. And for the most part, I am pleased for what's to come. Respawn has announced that their future DLC, like maps, weapons, and Titans, will be absolutely free. No season pass bullcrap that every game and they kids have included. That is something I have wanted developers and publishers to put into effect for a long time. That is why I want others to support this game. We as consumers need to let the companies like EA know that we like this kind of behavior. But, like many others before me have stated, speak with your wallets. Now that I've gained your support enough to make you want to run to your nearest Walmart and purchase the game before I even finish talking, and as much as I would want you to do just that, let me show you some of the shit sprinkles you're going to find in your copy of Titanfall 2. Now the game is not without its flaws, obviously. One being the amount of weapons and Titans not exactly being what you would call massive compared to other games like COD or Battlefield. But I have faith that in time we will have just as many options if, again, there is enough support. Another personal gripe that the game has is oh, sorry. Okay. Oh, sorry. Another personal gripe that the game has is microtransactions. Oh, that's so hard to say. I also cannot stand microtransactions. Honestly, I'd rather suck on Pikachu's deadly electric nipples than pay for a damn skin pack. Now, I get why they implemented microtransactions for cosmetic items. You know, I really do. Game development costs are at an all-time high. It's fine, but where Respawn messed up, for me personally, was when they included the finisher moves in these packs. I mean, come on Respawn, you're better than that, man. Don't make this a habit because you will start to marginalize your fan base. Those that are broke and need to support themselves, but they also want to support developers like Respawn, and then those that can afford it. That's never a good thing. I may be exaggerating a bit, but I don't like being monetarily locked out of content that involve physical badass movements, even if it's for cosmetic purposes. The only redeeming quality of this is that we get exactly what we pay for. None of that random crap that other FPSs have implemented for soulless purpose of financial gain by using borderline gambling tactics that strongly promote underage gambling. For we know that a large portion of people who buy these games are below the legal age. So yeah, there's that. Now in conclusion, I want to see this game get big. And it deserves that opportunity because it has been filling a void that for a long time I thought was only a feeling getting emptier and emptier. The yearly updates that COD does massively reduce the quality of each installment, and they know it. Battlefield, I have no real issue with, and honestly it's a matter of preference, but you know, I still log on because horses are the shit. Get over here, Sprinkles! Even though Titanfall has some annoying walls that only Trump can buy. Wait a minute. There's a joke in there somewhere. Anyways, even though Titanfall has some annoying paywalls, that the quality and fresh method of gameplay and business support like free DLC with no RNG really outweighs the demerits this game has. So unless they implement a system where you need to rely on RNGesus, cheap pay-to-win tactics, and other known major gripes for gamers, Titanfall 2 and Respawn will have my complete support. And I hope this video was enough to make you see that. But my question to you guys is, have you played Titanfall 2? If so, then what do you think? If not, why haven't you picked it up? Please leave your comments below and remember to like and subscribe. I am AceBoss and this has been your Hyperion Arcade. Take care, guys.